You only have a starter ship in Star Citizen, you've been scraping by trying to earn a little bit of cash here and there, but it's not working, well, I might be able to help you. If you manage to gather 84,000, then you can turn that 84,000 into 230,000 in an hour and 30 minutes. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. First, you need to go to Ambitious Dream Station. If you don't know how to get there, you can go there by heading to Crusader System, and then you can head to Crew L1 here to Ambitious Dream Station. You can just put it into the search function here as well. You can see the station is just behind me. It's the only place you need to go. Next up, we're going to go rent a ship at least for a little bit. You'll see we make our money back instantly almost once we do one run of mining. It's a little bit difficult with a rented ship, but we can definitely do it. I'm going to make my way to the refinery system or elevator just so that I can show you where to go rent your first ship. So you don't have to stick to your starter ship. It's quite easy to make a little bit of extra money here and there, and then eventually just progress by renting ships so that you at the end can make your own ship purchase in game. So let me quickly show you. This is definitely what I would do if I had no other ships. And I have done this many times myself, but you can see I'm just going to go here and we're going to rent a couple of things. I already rented one ship, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So you can just go in here, and then here we're going to rent a couple of things. Now there's two ships that we need to rent. We need to rent the mining ship, the Miss Prospector. You can rent this one for 47, and eventually we will need a cargo ship to transport our cargo. You can rent a Cutty, but they introduced a lot of new ships that you can rent at cities. That's way cheaper than 21,000, but 21,000 pretty decent for this ship as well to rent. I'll probably just rent it here because I'm lazy. I don't want to run around. So basically, this is your starting cost plus a little bit of refining cost. It's all that you need, and it's not too difficult to get that money to get started. Just yesterday, I made a video to show you how you can make 100k. As a starter, so I'll probably link it in the description below. But we just rented that ship. Let me quickly go to my hangar. You can see here is my Prospector. We're going to take this Miss Prospector and we're going to go all the way. We're going to go to Crusader, then we're going to go to Yayla. Here we're going to mine a couple of materials. I'll definitely discuss with you what we need to mine. Since our ship is rented, we can't mine the big stuff. We'll take what we can to basically fill up our cargo hold to make a lot of money. So let me quickly head over there and then I'll tell you what to mine. We have arrived at Yayla. Now all that I'm going to do is make my way down to the surface. You can either fly straight to the planet or jump to an OM here or to an outpost and just cancel your engine and drop down, straight down. I'm going to go here and just dive. Okay, I'm finally down on the surface. So what are we farming? If you go to SE Trade Tools, you'll find a handy little list where you'll get all the materials and their prices. So for us, because we have a rented ship, we're only going to farm the lower materials. The lower materials ranging from 3,000 all the way to the 2,000. So Borsa, Laranite, Beryllium, Pestonite, and Agricium. That's the ones that we're farming. Very difficult, some of them to say. But yeah, you can see here we have a couple. All that you need to do to find them is hit tab and you'll start pinging around you. And you can see they'll pop up as markers. Usually 8k and more is where the distance is for them when you ping them. But as you approach them, you can scan them. If you hit M, you can go into mining mode. Remember, you need to have your shields on. So hopefully you know how to cycle that. Just hold in B and you can cycle your shields on and off. So you can just hover over them and they should start scanning. It's a little bit white at the moment and the UI doesn't work with us. Hopefully you can see. But you can see this rock is impossible because we're a new ship. Like we rented. Most of your rocks you will only be able to scoop up. You won't even be able to mine. And that's fine. Usually you can get around it by just scooping it quickly and just going around. Impossible is not the end of the world. You can see there's a lot of gold and things, which is valuable. But for us, because we can't mine them, they're not valuable for us. So let me quickly look at all of these rocks and I'll show you. So you can see this one is hard. This one has, let's see, terranite, titanium, and inert material. Terranite is actually super valuable for us, so it's a good thing for us to mine it. Even though it's only 20%, we are going to mine it just because we can't be choosers. Most of the time you cannot mine rocks just because your ship is so like poor with the laser it has attached. You can switch out the laser by unlocking the ports, but usually you don't have money, right? So you're just starting out, so you need to be frugal and just take what you can. This one here has terranite and you can see it's easy. I don't even think you can mine this one. You can just scoop it. If you want to extract the rock, you can just right click and you can extract the rock, which will go into your inventory. We're going to take this. We want to do this in 20 minutes when we hit the surface. 20 minutes at most. Just take what you can, head back, and just fill up your cargo constantly. This is the way to start making money. You're not going to be too picky about it. You still want to take the good stuff, but you can definitely like get quite a bit of money this way. So I'm quickly going to crack this rock with you just to show you how to do it. It's not too difficult. It's unfortunate that the UI is white, but I'll do my best. So how do you crack this? Well, if you don't know, let me just turn off everything. You can hit M. Go into mining mode. You should be in fracturing mode. Now we need to look here. Our distance isn't optimal. We need to reverse a little bit. You can see the green arrow is in the optimal range. Now we can click and our laser will start firing. Once it starts firing, we can hit left alt and mouse wheel up to add power to the mouse. You'll see here on the right, this little bar is going to go up all the way into the green. Then we need to keep it into the green. If it goes into the red, this thing might explode and our ship might explode. And here you can see your laser power. So let me quickly crack this rock first. Usually when it hits the green, you want to alt scroll wheel down a little bit just to make sure it doesn't go into the red. Since in optimal zone, it's a little bit more optimal, I think. Usually I lower the power quite a bit just to keep it in the green. We don't want to go up. We don't want to go down. Just keep it all the way down now. There we go. It just broke. Usually you want to reverse as well, but I'm a little bit lazy. Now you can right click. You go into extraction mode. Now we can just scan everything. Each and every rock, and we'll only pick up the good pieces. Anything above 30% is pretty good. But we're beggars, so we can't be choosers. We'll take anything that's super nice with terranite, since it has more value than most things that we can farm. Here's a 48% terranite, which is super nice. Sure, it comes with some titanium, but we can make money with that as well, right? It's not inert material, so it's super nice. There's a 20 almost. Here's a 33%, I believe. So I'm going to pick up all the pieces, and then I'm going to look for more until I fill up my cargo hold. Let me quickly see if there's anything decent here. We're almost full. We're playing the numbers game, not the quality game, right? So we want to be as fast as possible and then just transport all of the resources back to the refinery. Now all that we need to do is go back to the station. We just fly straight up, and as we fly up, we can Control C, open up our Moby class, type in Dream. Sometimes if it doesn't want to type, just erase and then type it again, and then it will show up. On to route. There we go. The UI is super clunky. So let me quickly jump. Okay, we're at the station. Let me quickly land. All landed. You don't even need to store your ship yet. You can just head out to the refinery. So I'm quickly going to turn off and then head out to the refinery. Going through the yellow doors, say refinery. And then we can go refine our resources. Now there's two ways that you can refine. You can either sell all of the material directly, which I'll show you in a minute, or you can refine them for a cost for a little bit more money. So let me quickly show you. Let me just quickly head there. Let's go up the stairs here, and we should be able to sell our goods. Now you can either go to this terminal or to this one. We can go to this one. We can sell our ore directly. We just select our ship. Miss Prospector. You can go 30 7,000 for one load. That took us about 25 minutes to get. So nothing too crazy, right? Pretty decent. But we can go here, and I already set up a couple of things here for us so that we can check. So 25 is about 3 loads in an hour 30 minutes, right? So I've got 3 loads ready for us to go. But you can refine your things here. If you go Miss Prospector, then we can set up work order right at the bottom. Now there's a bunch of different ways, but if you're tight on money, I usually go with the Dingsy solution. And you can do this by choosing this. This is very low speed, so it will take forever to refine, but it also comes at a very low cost and a high yield. So it might take a day to refine, but you just choose all the material. Just choose everything. We basically don't care about space. We just want money at this point, right? So that we eventually can have enough to buy our own ship. So just get a quote. You'll see they'll quote us 4,000 for this one. It will take 25 hours. Hopefully you play more than one day in this game. So 25 hours, we're just going to hit confirm. And you'll see work order accepted. Now we need to transport these completed orders. So I already did 3 orders for us this previously. So we've got a couple of SEUs. I think it's 24. You divide by 100, I believe. So it's 24, 23, and 25. So I'm quickly going to go deliver this to Orison, which is on Crusader at Trade and Development. So I'm going to have to rent a ship for this. To rent a ship, we need to go down and rent a Cutlass Black. Since this Cutlass Black will be our transporter, there is ships that are cheaper at the moment to rent, but I'm in the middle of nowhere and this is the only terminal available to me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rent my Cutty Black. So here's my Cutty Black. You can see the 21,000. I'm only going to rent it for one day since I only need it now for cargo. So I'm going to rent it. I believe I need to call it to my place. Let me just quickly see if we can store the items on it, the cargo. Maybe it's already here. It's going to run up again. Let's see if we can actually fill up that cargo hold of the Cutty. So here, yeah, we need to go back to Hangar and Habs and go to the station terminal so that we can call our Cutty. We're back at the terminals here where you call your ship. So I will have to deliver my Cutty here, but I might save myself a trip just so that I can show you how much you can get. So only 46 SEUs, so we can get about 2 cargo holds worth of items in here. Well, cargo boxes, and then you need to deload it as well. But I might save myself a trip just for the video's sake, and I might go with my Corsair instead, but it will basically be the same process. You will need to load it. So we have delivered our Cutlass here. Let's quickly store some of the cargo in it. Back at the refinery, let's quickly see if we can load that thing up with some cargo. So connecting, begin. Let's see the Cutty Black here. We have it. So we can fill it up almost. We're quickly going to need to do some sums here. So let me quickly, I'm just going to collect this one. So it will store it into our Cutlass Black that we just got. And then that work order is delivered. Now let's choose our Cutty again. We're going to see we're going to be over. Now this is pretty bad for me since my Cutlass is a little bit too small. So I'm not going to deliver just yet. I'm going to do one load at a time. So let me quickly head to Orison. I'll definitely show you how to do that. But first, let me head to my hangar. Here is our beautiful Cutlass with all our cargo on it. Now, the SEU boxes is a little bit small. Well, I did put it at least in some 2 SEU boxes. So I'm quickly going to take this to Orison. If you don't know where Orison is, let me quickly show you on the map once I get into my ship. So, to go to Orison, you press F2. You zoom out all the way. I'm pretty sure if you're a veteran, you already know. But you just go to Crusader. And you zoom in. And here you can find Orison. You can also do it in the search bar. Just search for it and you should be good. Now let me jump to Orison and I'll quickly put the cargo inside of the cargo elevator and then I'll come back for the other 2 loads. Orison has one of the most difficult spaceports to actually find. But you want to look for like a little spider. It only has 4 legs. It's a disabled spider. But you can see there it is. There's like little legs pointing out. There should be like red lights as well, but it's super difficult to see in the atmosphere. So just look for it and then you can land there. So I'm quickly going to go there. Home sweet home. We finally landing. I'm just going to angle my ship a little bit so I can get the cargo out of my cargo hold. And I'll probably quickly load up the cargo. Okay, here's all our cargo that you can see quite a bit. I'm quickly going to store it and go fetch the others as well. Quickly store just to keep them safe. And then we'll bulk sell everything to see how much we can make in an hour, 30 minutes, right, of playtime with the prospector. Let me quickly go get the others. Okay, back at the terminals here. I'm quickly going to load the others as well. But I'm going to use my Corsair just because I don't want to do an extra trip. Already it's pretty late for me. So I just want to show you how much we can get as well, right? So I'm going to collect these two and head back to Orison. Here's our Corsair. This is a big cutlass at least, kinda. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this one with the Corsair just because I don't want to do an extra trip. It's getting super late. But I'll definitely show you all the cargo. Plus we'll still find out how much we made in total. So you can see here some of the cargo. Just quickly see here. You can see all stacked up nicely. Pretty decently. I'm definitely gonna sell everything so that we can see how much we can make by playing an hour and a half. Okay, I've landed. I've angled my ship perfectly so that I can deload. Okay, I've loaded all the cargo. It's pretty high at the moment. You can see it's a pretty big chunk. But let's go sell everything and see how much profit we made. Our expenses was 84,000, I believe, thereabout. It's a rough roundabout. So let me quickly go to trade and development on Orison and I'll go sell. We made it to trade and development at Orison. Let's quickly see how much we can make with this cargo hold. Hopefully the door opens. There we go. Let's quickly see how much we can make with everything. 1 hour and 30 minutes of gameplay. All come down to this. Let's quickly see. Orison. You see, we've got a bunch of cargo. Let me quickly calculate all the prices and I'll let you know how much we made. So this is going to sell for 14,870. We've got our gold here. Let's just max it out. Sell. This is 72,000. We've got our Baxelite. Let's quickly max it. 44,000. We've got our Borsa. Let's quickly sell this. 28,000. We've got our Terranite. 15,000. We've got our Grisium. Quickly max this one. 34,000. We've got Laranite. 20,000. And then we've got aluminium. Quickly see, not a lot, doesn't go for a lot. 1,200. So how much profit did we make? For profit we made 147,000. If you were to do this with already the ships rented, let's say you put in another 1 hour and 30 minutes, then you will make 231,000, which is super decent if you think about it. If you play for 3 hours, maybe you've got the time or available, maybe it's on a weekend, then you can make quite a bit of change. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that join button to become a member, or you can watch this video right here where I show you how to get your startup cash so that you can rent a prospector. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.